The Twin Cities Metro encompasses about a 30-minute radius around Minneapolis and Saint Paul, and all of these cities within that radius are going to be completely different, making it super important that you're choosing the right city based on what your needs are. But what should you be looking for, and how do you tell the difference? Stay tuned to find out. What's going on, guys? Brandon Archie here, aka your favorite Minnesota realtor, and today I'm going to be giving you the top 5 things to consider when trying to choose which city in Minnesota to live in. And make sure to stay till the end of the video because number 1 is one of the most important things that will drastically narrow down your search. But first, as always, before we get started, if you are thinking about moving to Minnesota, whether it be now or next year, then shoot me an email at brandon@archiehomesgroup.com so that we can schedule a meeting and talk about what it is you're looking for and put together a plan to make your move as smooth as possible. Now, let's get started. All right, so starting off with number 5 on this list would be figuring out what is most important to you in the neighborhood that you want to live in. Now, you see, when I meet people for the first time, one of the first questions that I usually ask them is, tell me a little bit about what it is you're looking for. And almost immediately, they go right into everything that they want in the house itself, but absolutely nothing about the neighborhood. Now, the reason why this question is so important is because the qualities that you want in a house can be found in multiple different cities in the Twin Cities, but the overall neighborhood may be a lot more specific. For instance, if you're looking for a quiet city that's less busy, then I definitely wouldn't suggest a city like Minneapolis. Or on the flip side, if you're looking for a top school district in Minnesota, then that will also take a lot of cities off your list as well. Now, if you're considering moving here, then I would definitely suggest starting off with thinking about what exactly is the most important to you in the neighborhood versus only thinking about the house itself. Now, after hearing what number 5 was, it may be obvious what number 4 is, and that would be determining what type of house you're looking for. Now, when I say what type of house you're looking for, I'm referring to everything from single-family homes to townhomes and even new construction homes. But I'm also talking about the style of homes, like split-level homes, ramblers, or even the age of the home. Now, the reason why this is important is because all of these factors will determine which city to search in, because different cities have much different qualities. Now, for instance, a city like Maple Grove will be largely made up of homes that were built in the 90s and 2000s, while the older side of Maple Grove will have homes that are built in the 70s and 80s. So as you can see, even certain neighborhoods within the same city will have different home styles. And if you're someone looking at new construction homes specifically, then you're probably going to be looking at cities that are farther away from Minneapolis and Saint Paul because most new construction homes will be in the outer ring suburbs. On the flip side, if you're someone like me that doesn't like split level homes, aka the type of home where you walk in the house and you immediately have to either go up or down the stairs, then you're probably not going to like cities like New Hope because the vast amount of the homes that were built there were built in the 70s and 80s, which split level homes was the dominant home style in those ages. Now, leave a comment below if you have a favorite home style or if you have one that you absolutely hate. All right, so moving on to number 3 would be commute times. Now, for the most part, it's pretty easy to get anywhere in the Twin Cities, but there are certain places that will make commuting more annoying than normal. Now, if you're someone that has to commute to and from work, then it's probably obvious that you want to live somewhere close to work or at least somewhere close to a main highway that will make commuting faster. Now, as a reminder, getting from one side of the Twin Cities all the way to the complete opposite side will usually take about 45 minutes or so you really don't want to work somewhere like Woodbury if you live in Maple Grove. Or conversely, you don't want to live somewhere like Blaine working all the way down in Shakopee. Now, it's important to also consider the things that you want to be near other than just your job. Do you travel a lot and want to be closer to the airport? Or do you frequently go to sporting events or concerts in the city? Now, another thing that you want to consider when it comes to commute times is the weather. Now, winter can add a significant amount of commute time for you, especially if there's a heavy snowfall. Now, a 30-minute drive can easily end up being a 50-minute drive or more. Now, I have a lot of people that move here from busier states that may be used to heavy traffic and spending a lot of time in the car, but why continue to do that if you don't really need to here? Now, before we get into number 2 and 1, if you are finding this video helpful so far, then please make sure to hit that like button for me, and also please consider subscribing. Moving on to number 2 on this list would be the schools. Now, this one's obviously going to really only pertain to people that either have kids or think they're going to have kids in the future, but the school district will greatly impact what cities you have to choose from. Most of Minnesota school districts are open enrollment, meaning that you can enroll your kid in any school regardless of if you live in the district or not. Now, the only downside to this is that you're more than likely going to have to figure out your own means of transportation for them to get there. And even if you plan on doing open enrollment, you'll still have to go through an application process, and they will have to get accepted before they can start attending that school district. Now, acceptance is almost always going to depend on how much room the school has, because kids that actually live within the school district are always going to take priority over open enrollment students. So if there is a specific school district that you want your kid to go to, then it would just be much easier to try to find a home within that school district district, just so you don't have to stress yourself out wondering if they're going to get accepted or not before the school year starts. Also, if you ever do decide to sell your home in the future, being within boundaries of a great school district will also boost the value of your home. So it's a win-win situation. And finally, we are at number 1, which is the most important factor that will determine which city you should and can live in, and that is price. Now, when you're moving to a brand new state, especially one that you've never been to, it's easy to have your search criteria that spans the entirety of the Twin Cities. But price is a major factor that will help you drastically narrow your search down, and that's because cities that border each other can have major price differences. For instance, take Richfield and Edina, which are both first-ring suburbs that border Minneapolis, and they border each other. The median sales price in Richfield as of November 2025 was only $349,000, which is about $40,000 less than the median sales price of the entire Twin Cities area. But on the complete opposite side, Edina's median sales price in November, $697,000. And again, these cities literally border each other. Now, while other bordering cities in the Twin Cities aren't as drastic as a difference as Edina and Richfield, it is very common for bordering cities here to have a significant enough price difference that it can completely mark it off your list of possibilities. Now, as I mentioned before, the Twin Cities is full of so many different cities, which can make it pretty difficult to know where to start your search. So if you're looking for some help trying to figure out where to start, then you can start off by filling out the short city quiz questionnaire, which I'll have pinned in the comments below. Now, once you fill this out, based on the answers that you gave, I'll send you a list of cities that may fit what you're looking for, just to give you a better starting point. And if you're someone that wants to know which cities are currently going through massive changes right now, then you should watch this video next.